Good evening, Fleshy Mel. Today, we will be ranking every single one of the top 5 perks of all time. Just letting you know this video will not be very energetic or loud like it usually is because I am actually really sick. So, just letting you guys know. This is opinion-based. You don't have to agree with it. You can diss me in the comments if all you want, but these are my personal favorite. And starting off with number 5 is Vulture Aid. Pretty sure this perk contains Viagra because every time I use it, I get extremely brick. This perk contains 3 abilities. When you kill a zombie, it drops a green mist that when you stand in it, you're camouflaged to all zombies, kind of like me with every woman I meet. Why is it so hard to be loved? Second ability is every kid now on Call of Duty, where you can see through walls, so you get to see all the perk locations, the mystery box, the wall buys, even the pack-a-punch machine. You thought we were done? Oh no, buddy, we still got more to this perk. Every time you kill a zombie, you have about a 50% chance or less to get either ammo or money. And the best part is, this game is half women, so I can finally get my money from all the women that have stolen my money for my life. On to our number 4 spot is Dying Wish, and I know what you're thinking. This guy's a fucking idiot for putting Dying Wish at number 4. And I would totally agree with you if you weren't fucking dying in the first place, because the next 3 perks were supposed to help you not die. If you don't know what Dying Wish is, it is the crutch perk. It is a lifesaver perk. So what happens for Dying Wish? Instead of you going down, you go into the last stand while you're enabled your Berserk mode. And Berserk mode makes you invincible for 9 whole seconds while increases your melee damage to almost full. I love using this perk because it makes me feel like I'm a drug addict using fentanyl. I feel invincible when I use this. Like with every withdrawal, there's always a weakness. This perk takes 9 minutes to recharge. And you thought I was done, you little munchkins. You forgot about the modifier. Modifier increases your health to full every single time you come out of Berserk mode, unlike without the modifier when it has your health to 1. This modifier is like ultra fentanyl. I feel like when I use this, I'm using one of my own strains in Schedule 1. I'm sorry to do this to everyone, but now we're going on to our 3rd perk, which is the only perk that was added into this game, which is Widow's Wine. Now, I know what you're saying. This fucking idiot has never played Call of Duty Zombies in his life, because that should be at least number 2 or 1. But unlike you, my little lobotomites, I like to be different, and I actually do think these last 2 perks are way better than Widow's Wine. Am I saying this perk's bad? No, it's one of my top 5. I just would rather pick these perks over Widow's Wine. So let's start off with the beginning. If you don't know what Widow's Wine does, it has 3 abilities just like Vulture Aid. So for the first ability, it comes with a circumcision cutter. It makes your knife do extra damage and make it a one-shot melee till round 4. The second ability is cum grenades, where it replaces your normal frag grenades with cum grenades. If you throw it at a zombie, it immediately freezes the zombie and comes and jacks off on every other zombie in its way. Kind of like me in my high school years. Now we're going to be talking about the main ability for Widow's Wine. And if you don't know what the ability for Widow's Wine is, you need to go back in your rat hole and stay there. But since I'm such a nice person, I'm going to tell you what the ability does anyways. When you get hit by a zombie, it immediately stuns every zombie around you and traps them in a web. But every time you get hit, you lose a Semtex grenade because that counts as the ability. And since this game's quite nice, it drops a unique drop, which is the spider drops. What this does, it drops a unique power up, so when you pick it up, you can get a Semtex grenade back so you can withstand another hit. Wish this was real, because then maybe I won't have gotten beaten so much when I was a kid. Now we're on the last 2 of our list, and I know what you're saying. How the fuck is this troglodyte idiot gonna be making a list when he puts Widow's Wine at number 3? Well, speaking of that, let's go on number 2 spot, which is Winter's Wail. Now hold on, before you go in the comments and call me a bunch of slurs, listen to me out first and why I think this is the best one. Now I know it doesn't have 3 abilities like a Widow's Wine, but it has one main ability that I do think is way better than Widow's Wine. When you get hit by a zombie, it freezes every zombie around you in a frost explosion and slows them down. Now I know what you're saying, that this dumbass thinks that that's better than Widow's Wine, but I'm not talking about just that. You gotta have the modifier on this bad boy. When it uses it, it turns your ice explosion into an ice explosion blizzard tornado. This perk, let alone, has saved me more times than Widow's Wine has ever had in my entire life. Anytime I'm doing an Easter egg step, this perk relies on it so much because it freezes the zombie instead of fully killing it in the later rounds when I'm trying to do the Easter egg steps. Either way, still think it's the best perk in BO4, and I think it's better than Widow's Wine, and I swear to you, BO7, if you're gonna add Widow's Wine, please don't. Please add Winter's Wail. This shit's so much better. If I have one of you fucking nerds going statistically saying Widow's Wine is better than Winter's Wail, I'm just gonna fucking delete your comment. I swear to God. Either that or find a way to off myself. Now we're going on to our number 1 spot. The best perk of all time and I know as a fact everyone will agree with me on this one, which is Juggernog. Don't try to say that you don't think this is the best perk of all time. You know exactly you're picking this perk up every single COD Zombies game you're in. This is the best perk of all time, where it makes your hits from 2 downs to 4. It is the biggest lifesaver ever in Call of Duty history. I will never ever go into a match in my life without Juggernaut in my life. But I will say the jingle kind of fucking sucks. Let's not forget about Cold War and BO6 upgrades that you can put on it, and the augment system, where it actually just makes Juggernaut one of the most cracked perks of all time. Like, just listen to these major augments for the Juggernaut, which is Probiotic slightly increases your maximum health with Juggernaut, or the next one, Turtle Shell, armor acts like a shield on your back, completely absorbing all the damage to your back, or reactive armor, the one that I use every single time, which is when your armor breaks, all zombies around you will be stunned. That is the best time to run and escape from everything when your shield breaks. And if you don't pick Juggernaut up when you're playing this game, you are actually retarded. Full-fledged retarded. Sorry, that was a little mean. You are the dumbest motherfucker I've ever known in my entire life, and you should never play Call of Duty again. Sorry, that was a little bit, that was still a little mean. I'll be nice this time. Eat bath salts. So those are my top 5 favorite drinks to drink every single time I play Call of Duty Zombies. I would love your guys' opinions on what you guys think of mine, and I want to hear what your guys' top 5 are. And I hope we can have a civil discussion instead of you just calling me slurs on how fucking dumb I am. Also, sorry I haven't been posting. It was really busy the week before, and I'm also, you know, like I said from the start of the video, I'm coming down from the flu or some type of sickness where I couldn't even like record or do anything for like a week straight. I'm finally starting to get better, so I'm going to start pumping out more videos as soon as I can. But as of right now, this is the best one I got for you right now. I'm sorry that this one's not as loud and energetic as my other ones. But like I said, I love you guys. You guys are amazing. I love doing content, making content for you guys, and I love making zombies content. Also, make sure you like and subscribe, or I'm going to cry and never do anything again.